Hello everybody, so today, as you can see from the thumbnail, we're getting up to some crazy shenanigans, mostly because the new upgrade, Desperado, the Golden Justice. Actually, it's not the Golden Justice, it's Tier 4. I don't know the name of it, and I don't have the PFG of it right now, but we're going to be using that and all of these guys. But Golden Justice looks cooler, so I'm just going to call it that anyways. So I'm going to be doing this on Chimps, and of course, we're going to be getting a Mega Range Inferno Ring. Now, just to get this off immediately, this isn't like a good strategy or anything. Going for Gwen is a lot better. The primary training and then stim is a great way to buff it. That's really all you need. You can kind of get the rest for support. Actually, maybe the tier 4, it's above Bounty Hunter. No, wait, it is Bounty Hunter. I think that's the name of it. Yeah. The Bounty Hunter could be good. I definitely think it might be a good addition. It's not like super necessary though. It definitely does give a ton of range though, so that is really nice. So at least just like Gwen, primary training, stim, and I guess a bounty hunter is a great way to buff it. All of this is overboard, but it just makes the most gigantic range ring you will have ever seen, and it's kind of fun to do. So I'm actually going to be doing a water start on this. I did not want to do a land start because I thought that kind of all the land options with being forced to go for I-Ring, and I mean, the I-Ring is an expensive tower. I don't know if people realize how expensive the damn thing is. It's nearly 50k for the tier 5 itself. So I want a good save up, and it's not going to be doing really the most in the mid game. Like, it's going to be able to attack here or there, but not like a crazy amount. So I'm going to go for just a water start, so I don't have to deal with that. I won't have to pay that 1k. I will have to get an Arctic Wind, but I'm going to be using that just to kind of hold a lot of the ceramics either way. So doesn't necessarily really matter a whole lot, but I'm going to be going for a aircraft carrier. This early game is actually a little bit trickier than I expected. Round 43 took a long time just to kind of get that down. So even with an Alk buff destroyer, it still was a bit of an issue. I guess I'm just so used to using Brickle on Ouch or stuff like this, but yeah, still interesting nonetheless. And as of course, if you did not know, maybe you've been living under a rock, Etienne, I think last major update, Etienne now can buff the range of towers in range of Etienne, which is super cool. I love that addition. You can also get to some crazy stuff, but just by having like towers with mediocre range just get mega range, and they can really shred a lot with that increased range. I think it's 20% at level 16, I believe, which is a good increase. You can get some deviously large range towers, like specifically, what is it? It's the glue hose. Yeah, the glue hose got a buff recently too, where it just got increased range. So glue hose with Etienne is just absolutely crazy. I don't know how some of that stuff got through into the game, but yeah. So I went for the village just because I kind of needed that to beat round 43, which I found odd. I would have preferred just to go straight to aircraft carrier, but this works fine because I'm gonna have to be getting these upgrades anyways. So I'll get that. I'll throw the Alk buff on. I can grab right there in the middle. We'll get that Ring of Fire, and when it becomes Inferno Ring, it's just going to take up the entire thing, and it's just going to be spitting fire everywhere. It's going to be super cool. I'm going to Alk buff it right now just because it's going to make the attack a lot stronger, but without Alk buff, it cannot hit anything besides like a Moab here and there. So now it can like get Bloons sometimes. I'm just going to be using that to really take out like 63, 78 kind of stuff like that, so that's not really going to be an issue. And Etienne's not really helping a whole lot. A little bit later, Etienne's UCAV will come in clutch, but Etienne's really only here to increase the range. A lot of times on maps like this, with the perma UCAV especially, it's not going to be effective a lot of the times, because half the time it's going to be shooting the last target. Like, all the balloons are kind of coming more like into the bottom 3 like quadrants. Like, that's where you need the damage to be done. So when Etienne's UCAV is on the opposite side, which is actually most of the time, it's not really going to be doing anything, because it's going to be damaging the stuff at the end, which if anything is going to be making more issues because it breaks down stuff, and now you have so much stuff in the front. So Etienne's not really doing the craziest amount of work here, but it's just for that range is why, of course, Gwen is a lot better. I was going to try to do the save up. I have a lot of cash, so I'll be able to get it pre-80, but I just couldn't really take care of the Moab, so I ended up going for just a simple Moab shove. That's going to do the setup. But anyways, I'm going to come back when we get Inferno Ring and we push a little bit into the late game. So I'll put on some music and see you in a bit. So I'm back here now, and it's just getting crazy. I got the bounty hunter, I got the stim, I got the primary mentoring, I have the 20% buff, so whenever I just use the bounty hunter ability, we get truly massive range Inferno Ring, and it's kind of crazy. This one was a lot of fun too. I'm gonna need something to take out 100 and DDT, so I'm gonna grab a Sabo in there too, and then also I'm gonna get a first strike later, not now though for some odd reason, and also a Moab glue just because I kind of need more help with everything ish, and the Moab glue is always a great way to do that. You kind of should get a Moab glue in every game of Chimps. Now I kind of just assumed that with this big range, when the thing is active, I'd be able to take out the ceramics that are leaking, but not really on 98. I was able to get through like all the other rounds just fine. Like 95 was actually surprisingly really easy based on how 93 went. I thought that 95 was going to be a nightmare, and 96, 97 was kind of free, but 98 definitely gave me a lot of troubles. I had a good amount of cash, but I wasn't really expecting to get anything spare, to be honest, but going into 98 I'm like, damn, I got a lot of money. I can almost afford the Golden Justice tier 5 itself at this point. But 98 just really wasn't possible with what I had. I could kind of get away with it by using Sabo, but then I wouldn't have Sabo up for 99, so we had to just do it the long and hard way of trying to just spend a little bit, seeing if that's going to work, seeing how the abilities are up for 99, will I be able to beat 100 too, all that kind of stuff. So I get the first strike, and I get a snowstorm, so I can catch stuff at the end, and I can use the ability when everything kind of clumps down. So I use that. I use all the stuff, just get lucky, micro shove around. I can't use Sabo because I need it on 99 here, and the round ends super fast with Inferno Ring. Then I can just use that Sabo, snowstorm, blast all of that, and now round 100 I can just first strike it super easy. So that was the giant range Inferno Ring. It was really cool and a lot of fun to use. Let me know what you think. Are there other towers I should mega range with the Desperado? Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!